Hey everybody, welcome back to Paralife TV. Shane here. Okay, in today's episode, I'm going to go through the pros and cons of the Bowflex SelectTech 552 dumbbell, adjustable dumbbells, as a wheelchair user. Okay, this is my experience using these dumbbells. I've had them for close to 3 years now, 2.5 years maybe, 3, and I'm going to go over and tell you how I feel about them. So don't go anywhere. I'll bring it back. Okay, all right. So I'm going to go over a few things with the Bowflex here, just some general things. But first, before we go any further, please hit that subscribe button. I really appreciate it. Like, share, comment, thumbs up, all that stuff. Much appreciated. Okay, so I'm going to go over a few general things of the Bowflex here. The adjustable set, dumbbell set. Right off the bat, we'll go over the pros, okay? First, it's very compact. It doesn't take up any room at all if you were to have this in your house. And second, well, they're adjustable. You can adjust from 5 pounds all the way up to, you can adjust here from 5 pounds all the way up to 52. So you go 5, you have 7, 5, 10, 12, 5, 15, 17, 20, 22, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 52.5, okay? So that is, combined, that would be 30 dumbbells, okay? So imagine having 30 dumbbells lined up in your house somewhere on a rack along a wall. That'd take up a lot of space. Not too many people have that, right? So that's all compacted down into 2 dumbbells, okay? So let's get that back over to 5. Okay, so I'm going to show you how they work quickly. We're going to use a lightweight here, and I'm going to explain why we're going to use a lightweight. Yeah. Okay, so we're going to do a little arm workout. I want to use 5-pound dumbbells. So I'm going to adjust each end of the Bowflex dumbbell to 5 pounds. Okay, see that? 5 pounds, 5 pounds. And then I can easily slide the dumbbell out of the sleeve. It'll select the weight. So I'm holding 5 pounds right now. And I can do my arm curls. Yeah, I can see right here, look. My arm curls, my shoulder press. I can do my shoulder, my flies, my front, side flies. Okay, some exercises I do. Now, I'm going to put it back in. To put it back in, you line it up and it slides like that. Okay, and if I want to check, say if I want to adjust my weight, I want to go to 10 pounds. Again, you switch it to 10. Go to the other end, switch it to 10. And again, slide it up and out. Easy peasy. Easy peasy, hey? Well, let's put it back in here. So, as a wheelchair user using the Bowflex SelectTech, with a lightweight, yes, it is easy to get your weight in and out of the sleeve to do your workout if you're using lightweight. Now, the challenge is, when you get to the heavier weights, if you're able to, I'm able to. If you're able to get to the heavier weights, removing the dumbbell from the sleeves, I don't know if that's what you call it the sleeve or the jacket or whatever you want to call it, the mount, I don't know. To remove it from the, we'll say remove it from the base, okay? So remove the dumbbell from the base, it gets harder. It gets more difficult, especially when you're putting the weight back on. I'll show you, watch. Okay, so I'm jacked. I want to get a good pump on. Did I just say I'm jacked? Let me, I'm jacked. I said I'm excited. I'm jacked, excited, same thing. And I want to get a good pump on, so I'm going to get some heavier weight on, okay? So, this is the problem I have, getting the heavier weight off of the base. So I want to get, I'm not going to take the full rack off. I want to go to, let's go to 45 pounds, okay? let's go to 45. So I adjust both ends to 45. Okay, now I want to take the 45 off. So as you can see, the rack isn't really, I can't really get too close into the rack to get that off, right? I can't really get in to get the angle, to get the leverage to go off. So I have to come off to the side here, okay? So I have to go to the side of the deck. You can call it the deck, the base, to get the weight off the base. Here, so I have to go to the side so I get nice and close and then lift up. So that's a little bit of weight, 45. Okay, so I got the 45s off. Now I still have the remaining plates that add up to the 52.5, right? Okay, so now I'm done working out with the 45. Now I want to put it back on the deck. Now this is where it can get challenging because these decks, they're kind of flimsy, floppy. Because sitting in the wheelchair, I don't have the height to come way over top and evenly place the dumbbell back onto the deck. I kind of gotta really hold it tight there and slide it in like that. Well, that was actually not too bad. But sometimes the plates get a little floppy and you hit the plate and it gets thrown off and gets jammed up in the other one. But that actually went pretty smooth. So, but still, didn't really quite have the leverage. If I was able to sit up higher and come straight down top, no problem. Okay? So that is one issue with the weights on the stand. Okay? Now, if the weights were on the floor, no problem. Okay? No problem. I can take this base off here and put on the floor. I'm going to show you that after, okay? All right. The next little con I have. Okay, so I went over the pros. It's really good in space, tight spaces, right? It's adjustable. You have so many weights, so many combinations of weight you can do here that you don't have to have 30 dumbbells laying around your house. You just have 2. It's in a stand, so you can easily tuck it in a corner. Now, the cons was, for a wheelchair user, putting the weight back on the deck. Could be challenging. And now I'm going to show you another con that's really annoying to me as a wheelchair user using the Bowflex. Okay, let's see here. Okay, so one of the cons for a wheelchair user, for me anyways, I could say, using the Dumbbells SelectTech is if I want to do a bicep curl out of my wheelchair, I'll show you, okay? The weights, no matter what weight selection you make, let's see here. Say if I go 7.5, we're getting some rain, we're going to get a thunderstorm here. 7.5, oops, that's not 7.5, there we go, 7.5, see how long it is? That's about 17 inches long, okay? I want to go 12. Or the dumbbell curls 12 pounds. Same length, 12. Okay? I want to go 20. Oops, get locked in there. 20. Same length. Now I think you get the picture. It'll be the same length all the way up to 52.5 pounds. Okay? So the problem with that, wow, doing dumbbell curls in your wheelchair is the length. Let's see if I can't get you. One sec. So I can't get a better angle. Okay, so what I was saying is the length, it's 17 inches, I measured it. So if I'm in my chair and I want to do dumbbell curls in my chair, I can't do your traditional palm up. I don't know what the name of that is. Palm up, dumbbell curl, where you have palms up, curl up, rotate down, like that. Well, when you have your Bowflex here, it's only 20 pounds, okay? That when you want to do your palm up, it's going to hit my chair, right? So it's hit my chair, up. So I'm going to go up, keeps hitting the chair, clinkety clank. The only really curls that you can do with these out of a chair are your hammer curls. And even then, the heavier you go, the wider the plates are here, and it's going to clink the hand rims in your chair. And I just, see, I find that really annoying. Hey neighbor, So you have your, so if you want to get clear of your wheelchair rim, you're gonna have to have like you're doing kind of like a fly, maintain that fly, which puts a lot of pressure on your shoulder, even with 20 pounds, and then you're kind of doing like a hammer curl this way, and really I feel more of that stress in my shoulder. Okay, so I'm going to show you how to do the arm curls, bicep curls in the seated bench. Like I said, I'm lucky, I have strong enough core and strength where I can transfer over to a weight bench and do exercise in the weight bench. Some are not. I am lucky. So again, I still find it really awkward with the Bowflex doing your bicep curls, because these things are so long, okay? I mean, you can clear your hips through the curls. I honestly, I just find them so awkward doing the curls. Doing your arm raises aren't too bad, really. Doing your shoulder presses, I find it's fine with the Bowflex, but it's just the arm curls. Do the hammer curls, you're fine. It's all good, okay? But just to do your palms out, traditional curls, I find really awkward. Now, that being said, moving on to the next con with the Bowflex is now, as a wheelchair user myself, that now I've warmed up with 12.5 pounds. Now I want to change the weight. I want to increase it, but my weights are over there. I have to get off into my chair, wheel over, put the weights back onto the base, the deck, and then select. So every time I want to change my weight, I'll have to transfer back into my wheelchair, put the dumbbells back on the deck, select the weight I want, bring them back over, and plop them on the ground and work out. Or I could do this, which is still not the best for me. I'll show you. So here, I want to change my weight. This is what I have to do. Transfer back into my chair. Back on the deck. Put this one back on the deck. And I want to get a heavier weight. Let's say I want to go to, I'm just going to go to 15. That's 15. 15. Put back on the ground. 15. 15. Back on the ground. Transfer to the bench. And then work out. Now I could move my rack closer in front of me. However, again, once I get up to the 25, 30, 35 weights for bicep curls, shoulder presses, I cannot, I've tried this before and I'm not going to demonstrate now, just take my word for it, that it's very, very hard to lean over. Because I do have some balance issues. If I go too far off to the side, I will flop over. Or too far front, I will flop over. But most of the time, I'm okay. Unless I have a heavy weight. So I'd have to bend over, get the weight up off the deck, and then work out, and then putting it back on the deck would be the most challenging. Let's say this, I'll do a demo right here. I'll just swing around, show you. So now I am working out here. Get this lined up. Just going at it, finish working out. Okay, I want to go to a higher weight. So I'll put the 15s back. Yeah, see, I got it. 15s back. Okay, and I want to go to, well, typically I typically warm up with a 25, and I usually get between 35 and 40 would be my final sets. So let's just go with a 25 warm up, okay? Okay, so let's try this now. Okay, 1, 2. Okay, do my workout. Now we gotta put them back on. Not too bad. But See, I got my fingers jammed in that. So why am I not lining up here? There. See, that was difficult. That was more of the workout than actually doing the arm curls. So you see, the heavier I go with the weight, the harder it is going to be getting the back on the deck. Okay? Another way I could remedy that is I could take the whole deck off. Here, you can see there's a belt buckle. You can take that off, both of them, take them off the stand, and place them on the ground where I'm working out in front of my bench. This weight off. So I have to have, in order to take it off though, I have to have it at the heaviest weight, 52.5 to take it off. Okay? Well, I shouldn't say have to, but I think the easiest for me would be to do that. There we go again. See, it's a little bit tricky getting that back on. See here. There. So for me, it's easier to have the weight at its full capacity, have the 52.5, and take it off the deck that way. So again, do it this way. Floor, take the deck off. So you have to come right down on top of them. You can't even, a little slightest angle, putting those weights back into the deck, it's going to throw it all off, and it's got to be perfectly lined up to get back in the deck. You go this way, take it off. So you have to be perfectly lined up right from the top. There we go. Okay, so now after all that, I took the decks off the stand, have them in front of my bench, because when I work out, I like to do supersets. So I'll do like I'll do a chest, a set of chest, and then I'll sit right up and I'll do bicep. Right? I'll do something like that for a superset. So basically, having the weights right here, I'll be able to quick change to do that, to do my bench, and then to do my my bicep curls. And the other way, if the weights were still on the stand, I couldn't do that combo as quickly as I'd want to. I'd have to get off the bench, go to the stand, and adjust my weight. So I'm going to show you how it works with the weights on the floor. What I'm going to do, what I like to do is my combo, my supersets. So basically what I'll do is I'll go back, do my chest press. So let's just say I'm not going to use anything too heavy, okay? I'm just going to go 12.5, 12.5, and 12.5. They're all going to be lined up, okay? 12.5, 12.5. But pretend I have something really heavy, okay? Pretend I have something real heavy. Say I got the 52s on. Okay, done. 52.5 pound right there. Now, I'm not going to arm curl 52.5 pounds, okay? No. So I'm going to drop them back down and adjust them to a lighter weight. Adjust them down. Go to 10. Go to 10. Back up. So it's a pretty quick change. So I can do my supersets really well from the bench, okay? From the bench. But again, as a wheelchair user, if you're not able to transfer onto a bench and you don't have that balance, it's going to be very difficult to use these suckers in a wheelchair. For me, okay, I can't say everybody, but for me, it's very difficult to use these in a wheelchair. I much prefer using them on the bench. Then I put them back. So that's about it, everybody. That's about it. Like, then after you've done that workout, though, you got to lift them all back up, put them back on the rack, and have them for another day. But really, for me personally, I like the Bowflex because the adjustability is quick. They're compact with the stand. You just tuck them in a corner and you have a full dumbbell set right there, 30-piece dumbbell set. I don't like for a wheelchair user. As a wheelchair user, I find it difficult when using the heavier weight to get them back into the deck because you have to be so precise. You have to be dead even to slide the weights back into the other weights, the other plates. And like I said, the stand, when the weights are on the stand, it's very difficult to get them on and off. Just with the heavier weights. If you're going to lighter weights, I'd say for me up to about, almost fell. Oh, there we go. With the heavier weights, like let's say 25 and up, that's when I struggle getting the weight back on the rack. In that way, not have to bring the weights down on the floor because, like I said, I like doing supersets. I like doing different exercises combined. So having the decks right handy, beauty. But I can't do that in the wheelchair. Well, I can't say I can't. It's that in a wheelchair, it is very difficult and awkward bugs. So I don't find I get nearly as good a workout sitting in my wheelchair using the Bowflex. However, on the bench, I find I get a decent workout. Yeah, so really, take that and run with it. Or I should say, take that and wheel with it, as you will. If you have any suggestions, if you're a wheelchair user and you're using the dumbbell or the Bowflex SelectTech, and you see an easier way for me, or you have an easier way, to do something that you want to show me, drop me a line, drop a comment, or direct me to a video, because I'd like to know. Because if you can make life a little easier for me working out from my wheelchair, if I just want to pop up and do some arm curls and I don't want to get the bench out and I don't want to unstrap the decks from the stand, because that's kind of like, I gotta do that, I'm not gonna bother. But anyways, anyone has a better way, let me know, because I am up. Ooh, the bugs are getting bad here. So alrighty, appreciate you guys watching and listening to me ramble on, and don't forget that subscribe, and I appreciate you watching again. Did I already say that? Anyways, alright, over and out, keep wheeling.